Wow. I'm gonna eat this whole thing. I just finished up my plant bacon series, maybe, and I wanted to see about possibly trying something else. Seeing if we can come up with a good fried chicken replacement. I think it would be cool to have a plant-based Chick-fil-A sandwich. I'm gonna try something that actually stems from an old Cuban recipe. So today we're gonna try the grapefruit steak. So I'm terrible at pronunciations, but I'm gonna leave the authentic Cuban name in a comment down below. So if you know how to pronounce what this is actually called, I would appreciate it. Leave the pronunciation down there. So the grapefruit steak actually uses the pith of the grapefruit. The pith is the white, soft, spongy part. So the very first thing that we have to do is we have to peel away the skin of the grapefruit, peeling away just the outer layer. Now, I'm just gonna use a simple peeler and just lightly peel away that outer layer. And this is like just a red grapefruit, and that's all we're doing. So now that we have both of the grapefruits peeled, I'm just gonna save these skins. You can figure out something to do with them. Their oils smell really good, so maybe you can just use them as a little bit of like a potpourri if you want. The next step is to remove the fruit. Now, I'm gonna see if slicing down makes a difference. If it's easy to slice down and across, I wonder if that's gonna be easier, or it looks like that's gonna be harder. And these are thick, which is really great. There's a lot of meat here. And I'm just reaching in and pulling across. Now, I've almost essentially juiced these. Oh man, I wonder if I just like soaked these things in this grapefruit juice, if I just destroyed the flavor. I'm gonna get a spoon and see if it makes it a little easier. So on this first one, I sliced it from center down instead of across, and I think that was wrong. You know, we just soaked this thing with the grapefruit fruit instead of just pulling the fruit right out. Okay, so that one came out a heck of a lot better than this first one did. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna cut center across and see if it makes it easier to take the fruit out. Let me work all the way around. I'm just soaking these piths with grapefruit juice, and it seems like they need to be unsoaked. These are some juicy I mean, it just squirted all over my face. Jeez, man. Okay, so there we go, that's that. We have this whole... So the next step is we are going to cut these guys into cutlet size pieces. I'm gonna get rid of the cores here. And I want them to lay flat, so I'm just gonna give them some slices to kind of help them do that. So we have 8 cutlets out of those 2 grapefruit. So our next step is we're going to crush some garlic. I'm gonna do 4 cloves, I think is gonna be enough. And we're just gonna use a garlic press and get out as much garlic as we can out of these guys. So at this point, I'm gonna take this garlic, and we're using only fresh garlic. I'm gonna give just a little pinch of everything, and we want the oils and all, and we're just going to rub the inside and outside of these cutlets, these grapefruit cutlets. Try to get some of that oil in there and really rub it in. So now all we're gonna do is set those guys to the side. We're gonna whisk up a few eggs. I'm sure you can use an egg replacement, but for today, I just wanted to try out the authentic recipe, or as close to the authentic recipe as I'm gonna get. And then in this egg mixture, we're gonna drop in some fresh parsley. Now I'm just gonna mince this fresh parsley up pretty fine. I just got a small little bushel of it. And we're gonna drop in a good pinch of coarse salt, a few turns of grated black pepper, and then a good nub of the parsley. Let's give this a whisk. So at this point, all right, we have our cutlets made, we have our egg mixture made. We're just gonna drop on some breadcrumbs to a small little baking dish or cookie sheet, enough to be able to coat all of them. We don't have to keep doing this. And we're gonna heat up a skillet on about a medium heat. I'm gonna drop one of these down here into the egg mixture, and then drop it into the dry hand here. And that seasoned it nice, really well actually. All that parsley ended up on it, so that looked pretty good. I'm excited about how that came out. Take the wet hand, do that again. And then just repeat the process. And then once the oil's ready to go, we're gonna fry these guys up. I'm excited to see how they come out. So the oil is definitely ready. I'm gonna turn the oil down just a pinch, and we're just gonna drop one of these guys in there and do 2 of them and see what happens. See, this still has like the curve to it, just doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right. So these are too dark. These are way too dark. I'm gonna turn the oil down. Got the oil turned way down. We're gonna finish doing these, see what happens, see if we can get them a little bit more golden. Should take about, I would say at least a minute to fry on each side. Those fried up, these fried up really fast. They do look interesting. This last batch will be even better. They'll keep getting better as they go. That's SauceStache. I mean, I can't believe the way these are coming out. I mean, they look like little chicken breasts, you know? They look like little chicken cutlets. And like the consistency, they feel pretty spongy. Now, this might have been one of the quicker in my series of making different meats, but I'll tell you, if this comes out good, I'm pretty excited about it. So let me give it a try, the Cuban grapefruit steak. Okay, so it cut really nice, but the inside of it still looks like a grapefruit rind. You know, I don't know, that's crazy. Wow. So it's pretty good. There's still some citrusy taste there. It does have a texture. It does have that chew. When you bite down, there's some juice to it. This is something where I feel like if I work on it a little bit, we might be able to get close to something. Yeah, honestly, wow. I wouldn't have thought that texture would have came out as nice as it did. It's a chewy texture with a nice bite. Does have a very meaty-like texture. If you guys like this series and you want me to continue on with trying to figure out ways to make a breaded chicken cutlet, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. The people listed down below are the people that are part of the Sauce Squad. They pay for everything that I do here. Thanks, Sauce Squad.